Researchers from Archive Consult Limited asked 2,400 people countrywide in May this year on behalf of Afrobarometer. They were asked on past elections and their perception of the electoral reforms ahead of the 2016 polls and also on bribery. 9 in 10 respondents prefer to choose leaders through free and fair elections, but they believe fairness in elections have been plummeting since 2000. In 2000, 79% believed the referendum was free and fair, but the number that had confidence in the conduct of elections dropped to 65% in 2005, 51% in 2008, 64% in 2011, and is currently at 69%.
And the view that you cannot change leaders in Uganda through elections, again, illustrates the widespread view that elections in Uganda are not free and fair.
According to the study, confidence in elections directly correlates with the trust in the Electoral Commission. In 2000, at least 76% said they trusted the Electoral Commission. It dropped to 62% in 2005, further to 41% in 2008, and is at 53% this year. On the comparison between support for and quality of elections, 49% believe elections enable them. The report says support for elections has averaged about 88% in Uganda over the last 10 years, making it among the top 10 countries in Africa. However, there's a disconnect between support for elections and also the perception on free and fair elections in the country. On the comparison between support for and quality of elections, 49% believe elections enable MPs to effectively represent them. Another 49%, however, believe elections can help them to remove non-performing leaders, while 52% say voters are always counted fairly. Meanwhile, 18% think voters are bribed during elections. 25% believe voters are sometimes bribed. 19% say that they are often bribed, while 31% believe that voters are always bribed. Dr. Frederick Goloba Mutebi, the national investigator of the survey, says bribery is now a mainstay in Ugandan elections.
I have never met a single person campaigning for office in this country who doesn't give something to voters. But also voters take these things willingly. In fact, some of them tell candidates quite openly that they are not going to vote for them unless they give them something.
Additionally, most opposition and NRM supporters interviewed support electoral reforms, 80% for the opposition and 72% for the NRM. On the question of the support for various electoral reforms ahead of the 2016 polls, 33% agreed that special need voters should be barred from voting, 55% that presidential candidates should name running mate. 57% say the president should not appoint Electoral Commission. 80% want election results declared at the constituency, while 86% say convicts of vote buying should be banned from future elections. So, why do most voters prefer declaration of results at the constituency?
The view that vote counting should happen at constituency level, in my opinion, reflects the very firmly held belief that once the votes leave the constituency level, that's when rigging takes place.
The researchers believe more studies should continue to be done on voter attitudes in Uganda and their perceptions in future elections. Moses Akena, NTV.